Well, the Don is back. The return of the Mac. In fact, the Don has not only burst back onto the scene last night with what I would consider a pretty genius marketing move. He has returned to Twitter. Now, I believe it might be a one-off return to Twitter and a fundraising attempt, but it sure is fun to think that he'll be on there calling, dropping more classic pearls like I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke, or the people at Coke don't like me very much. I'll keep drinking their garbage anyway, or all this kind of stuff. I think many of us, whether or not you want to vote for Trump, have to admit he's extremely entertaining. And yesterday, he was arrested. He showed up in Georgia, Fulton County, to take his mugshot. And by the way, this mugshot goes hard. I mean, that is a great mugshot. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it goes hard. And in the very same moment, when it hits the internet, he tweets out mugshot August 24th, 2023. This is what he also posted on Truth Social. It has 1.2 million likes, 144 million impressions on Twitter. That interaction rate is extremely high. 84,000 quote tweets, 285,000 reposts. It is by far, I guess, in recent history, it has far surpassed any other post he's made. This got 1.2 million likes. It's very common that he gets, 700,000, 500,000. It's hard to see. I don't know if he's ever broken 1 million likes. It might be a record breaker for him. It's probably going to make returning to Twitter much more difficult for him because of the massive audience. Not returning to Twitter, staying away from Twitter, much more difficult. Of course, in the comment section down below, you have absolute meme gold. Here's his one of his all-time bangers. I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Elon in the replies, welcome back, Mr. President. Everything is ready for you, from Dom. And then, of course, retribution memes, all of his. I dropped Blue Steel. I got almost 5,000 likes on this. And again, it's Blue Steel, Steal. That's kind of purposeful. And you see just immense support in the comment section down below. What's interesting about it is you don't see a lot of leftists like having meltdowns, or they're drowned out probably because they're not paid Twitter's X people. But you see Tim Young, this is the best return to Twitter /X ever. Catchers is Bam Bam and Bam. You just have all these people turning him into, this is one of my favorite memes from Mostly Peaceful Memes. Oh my God, it even has a watermark showing Trump's mugshot. It's very interesting. This on the heels of literally the next day after he interviews with Tucker Carlson and gets 20, 30, 40 million views of that interview. And this is what's interesting about Trump. There's nobody like it. There's nobody like him. There isn't. And the memes have begun flowing. You see Donald Trump's mugshot sends social media into a frenzy with memes and jokes. You see it's in the social media frenzy. The internet has exploded with a wave of creative memes and humorous posts after the release of the official mugshot of the former president, Donald Trump. The image, which quickly went viral, has sparked a multitude of reactions from users. The image shows a stern-faced Trump in what appears to be a standard booking photo. The former president is wearing a blue suit, red tie in the photo. Within moments of the image hitting the internet, hashtags such as Trump mugshot and orange is the new orange began trending on X. Others defended Trump with the hashtag mypresident. Trump himself posted the photo on his Twitter account with the caption DonaldTrump.com, DonaldJTrump.com. And here are the top funniest and wackiest. You see this. Trump's official White House portrait unveiled. It will be hung in the White House's bunker where no other president has ever, quote, visited. You've got some leftoids who are like, think Obama took his picture. Again, spot the difference, difficulty, impossible between him and Blue Steel. Or I think this might be Magnum. I don't remember exactly. You have all these people. Trump is mean mugging the camera. This is so funny. I mean, I love it. But we need Jackie Wilson's higher and higher and a mobile Statue of Liberty. He looks like, I think this is Vigo the Carpathian. Is that what it was? So I mean, it's been hilarious. Now there are lefties who are like, ha ha ha, this is amazing. We got him. I don't know. I don't suspect even for a moment that he will be convicted of any of these things. It's just like I've explained many times to people who are asking about it, who aren't following it. The process is the punishment. These people, you have to be a Republican to get punished for, denying the results. It's, quite simply obvious when you look at things like Stacey Abrams, for example, going on nonstop talking about how hers was stolen and all this kind of stuff. But when Trump does it, it's hilarious. It's the double standard is absolutely hilarious to me. And the return, will he return? I don't know. I do think it's funny / smart that they're already selling merch. So if you go to the Donald J. Trump website, you see here, it's obviously about fundraising. You all know my feelings about giving political candidates money. Feels a little bit different with Trump, but I stand by it. He writes, today I was notoriously violated. Today I was at the terrible jail in Fulton County, in Georgia. I was arrested despite having committed no crime. American people know what's going on. What has taken place is a travesty of justice and election interference. The left wants to intimidate you out of voting for a political outsider who put American people first. But today I walked into the lion's den with one simple message on behalf of our entire movement. I will never surrender to our mission to save America. But if you can, make a contribution. Of course, everything always asks about money. Now, I always prefer a little different approach to it. I prefer what they're doing is selling merch. The new line of Mugshot-inspired gear appeared on Trump's 2024 presidential. If you're going to give money to Trump, at least get a cool T-shirt out of it. That's how I feel. Like, you should try to sell something to get money if you can. The products includes T-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, koozies, a coffee mug. The tagline under the Mugshot official mega gear states "Never surrender" in all caps. Again, I think it should have said "Blue Steel." That's just me. And you have, whereas I think Trump Jr. tweeted it out, but this is the stuff I would rather see. It's genius because it cuts off all the Etsy store stealers. I guess that's images. Public record, so I don't know what the actual laws are around creating merch and profiting from it. But if you look at their store, which I also think is just simply genius. By the way, if you're not following me on X yet, please do consider that. But Donald Trump Jr. tweeted out here on shopdonjr.com, free Trump collection, all profits go to the legal defense fund. See, like if I was going to donate, this is what I would do. Get a coffee mug. You got wanted for president for 4 more years. Free Trump, free Trump, free Trump. This is what you do with this kind of stuff is you monetize it. It's just like we talk about all the time, monetizing your haters. It's extremely important to do that. And that's how you generate funds. Now you see, let's check in on MSNBC, for example, having a meltdown. MSNBC is now referring to Trump as inmate PO1135809, and they don't understand why we don't take the media seriously. Inmate PO1135809 running for president. I mean, if that's real, if that's not a Photoshop, I don't know, since we are so deeply in the clown world, it's difficult to know. I think that it's really weird that people are getting off on this mugshot. Now, I feel like if it were Hillary, people on the right would probably be having just as much fun, but he hasn't been convicted of anything. He's been indicted, he's been charged, but he has not been found guilty. He has not even had his chance to stand trial. There are some people who also think he has some sort of pocket pardon to perhaps, pardon himself. I don't know. They talked on the RNC stage the other night about if something happened to Trump, would they pardon? If they won the election, would they pardon Trump? I think Vivek Ramaswamy was probably the only one that said he would. I think the interesting thing is this is just going to make him more famous. This is just going to make people be more, galvanized in their support of him. It's one of the stupidest things. It's what these prosecutors essentially, they're trying to make a name for themselves to get reelected. I'm the guy that got Trump. Alvin Bragg, for example, all these people are corrupt. All I can do is hope that he, is rightfully justified and he gets a fair trial and he is freed, or he becomes president first, which is probably what will happen. There's nobody. I mean, whether you like it or not, I respect everyone, for liking who they want for the election, and they should vote for who they want, not just because someone's a front runner. But with recent polling and everything, Trump is by far and away orders of magnitude for ahead of everyone else. So, and if the guy's not in jail, he's going to likely be the Republican nominee. If the other candidates would endorse him outside of Chris Christie, who probably wouldn't, it would be interesting to see. And one would wonder if Joe Biden could get 875 bazillion votes again. I'm pretty sure Trump will. I'm pretty sure people will show up for Trump now more than ever. This could be one spectacular backfire. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do subscribe down below. We'll talk to, or follow, whatever it's called, and we'll talk to you again real soon.